What's up, Booktube? Sandy back here with another video. Today, I'm going to talk about my April 2020 TBR, and I actually have a pretty ambitious month on tap here with 7 books that I'm planning on reading here for the month of April. And sometimes, as you know, these things are subject to change, so no guarantee that what I start with as my TBR will be what I'll continue and what I'll finish with. But we got to set a goal. We got to start somewhere. So I've got 7 books that I'm really excited about for the month of April. First up for the month of April is We Are the Wildcats by Sivan Vivian. I'm really excited about this one. It's one that I pre-ordered probably a couple of months ago, and it's scheduled to come out on March the 31st. So this is a book that I'm really excited about. I'm going to read a little bit about it from the description because I don't actually have the physical book right now because, of course, it's going to come out later this month, but it's going to be one of my books that I'm going to be really excited about for the month of April. So I'm going to read a little bit from the description here just to give you a little bit of a feel for what this one is all about. Okay. A toxic coach finds himself outplayed by the high school girls on his team in this deeply suspenseful novel, which unspools over 24 hours through 6 diverse perspectives. I'm reading this off my phone in case you didn't figure that out. Tomorrow, the Wildcat varsity field hockey squad will play the first game of their new season, but at tonight's team sleepover, the girls are all about forging the bonds of trust, loyalty, and friendship necessary to win. Everything hinges on the midnight initiation ceremony, a beloved tradition and the only facet of being a Wildcat that the girls control, until now. Coach, a handsome former college player revered and feared in equal measure, changes the plan and spins his team on a new adventure. One where they take a rival team's mascot for a joyride, crash a party in their pajamas, break into the high school for the perfect picture. But as the girls slip out of their comfort zone, so do some long-held secrets. And just how far they're willing to go for their team takes them all, especially Coach, by surprise. A testament to the strength and resilience of modern teenage girls, We Are the Wildcats will have readers cheering. So that's one that I'm excited about and really looking forward to it. It just sounded really interesting. High school sports, teens. It's just something that just kind of grabbed me, and I saw it, and I actually ordered it as a pre-order, and then I pre-ordered it so far in advance that I actually forgot about it, stumbled across it again, and almost pre-ordered a second copy before I realized that, wait a minute, this is right, I already ordered this. And so I'm really excited about this one. So excited that I almost pre-ordered it twice. Next up on the list is Never Have I Ever by Jocelyn Jackson. This is a book that I've been looking forward to for a while. I've had it in my possession and just been looking forward to reading it. It just sounded really interesting with this perfect neighborhood, and then somebody comes in that's sort of an outsider and just totally changes the dynamic of what's going on. And you can see here, I'm looking at the inside cover here, and it says, "Don't play games you can't afford to lose." And then on the front cover it says, "In this game, even winning can be deadly. Never Have I Ever" by Jocelyn Jackson. So this is one I'm definitely excited about. I've read Jocelyn Jackson before, so this will not be my first time. I read Gods in Alabama by her, and I really enjoyed that one. That one caught my attention. It was a interracial story, and it had to do a little bit with the South, of course, Alabama, and so it was one that caught my attention. I really enjoyed reading that book, and so I was definitely glad I picked that up. And as I've said in other videos, when I read from an author and I really appreciate something that author wrote, I really like the story, I have more of a tendency to come back to that author, especially if the subject matter of another book is interesting to me. If I know and trust that author, I'm more willing to give that author another chance. Next up is a book that I've had on my TBR for a long time, and I'm really working my way to getting around to reading it, but They All Fall Down by Roxanne St. Clair is a book that I've had for a while, again, on my TBR, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I really honestly, legit am looking forward to reading it, and I am going to read it. They All Fall Down. Every girl would die to be on the list. Every year, the lives of 10 girls at Vienna High are transformed all because of the list. If you're on it, your life changes. If you're on it this year, your life ends. So really interesting subject matter, incredible, interesting cover art right there, and definitely looking forward to reading this book. Next up, in the tradition of books where you read an author once or twice and you feel comfortable with that author and you're willing to give that author a chance, is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. Really looking forward to reading this book. I've had really good luck, I should say. I was going to say success, but really good luck with Riley Sager in 2 previous books I've read by this author, and he comes back with another one, Lock Every Door. Again, I've read Final Girls, and then I read The Last Time I Lied, 2 very good books, and I'm looking forward to this one. It takes place in a prestigious apartment complex in Manhattan, and there's just a lot of mystery and intrigue and things that are going on, and it becomes kind of a scary type of thriller book. And so I'm really excited about reading it. Again, I've had a lot of success with Riley Sager, and definitely looking forward to giving this one a chance. This is definitely one that I will be reading in the month of April. Next up is The Holdout by Graham Moore, and I will tell you that over the years, I'm not always the biggest fan of courtroom TV shows and movies and books, whether the TV shows, whether they're reality shows or they're like reality shows like Judge Judy, or they're like fictional stories like Perry Mason or Matlock. I haven't always been the big fan of legal thrillers, but this one just sounded really just too good to pass, because it deals with jury dynamics, it deals with race issues, and it deals with, of course, a mystery component of that. And so I'm really excited about that, and it just looks so good. One juror changed the verdict. What if she was wrong? And it just sounded really, really good. I'm excited about it. On the back cover, it's got some high praise from some well-known authors there. So I'm really excited about this one. Again, legal thrillers are not something that I'm always really excited about, but this one just sounded too good, so I had to put this on my TBR for April. Next up is a book that a lot of people I've seen on Booktube have been talking about, but it's The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. This is a really intriguing book of mystery, and actually on the back cover it's got a comment from Riley Sager. It says, "Deliciously creepy, a chilling blend of mystery and ghost story that will thrill fans of both." So I'm really excited about this one. It just really good cover art, almost kind of creepy, old school kind of motel sign right there, and then kind of almost like a creepy little filter right there over the photo. And then, of course, the cutout right there that kind of gives you like almost like a historical feel. So just a really excellent cover art right there. And I'm definitely excited about reading this one in April. Next up is a book that I discovered. I was just kind of looking around on Amazon, and as I was looking around and looking for some interesting titles, this one kind of came up. I haven't really heard a lot of people talking about this one, but the subject matter really excited me. A Danger to Herself and Others by Alyssa Scheinmel. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But it's a New York Times bestselling author, and it's got a little subtext right there. It wasn't my fault. So it sounded really interesting. And then on the back cover, it wasn't my fault. Accidents happen. And again, some reviews here from some prominent authors right there. So I'm going to read a little bit of the inside cover here. 4 walls, 1 window, no way to escape. Hannah knows there's been a mistake. She doesn't need to be institutionalized. What happened to her roommate at the summer program was an accident. As soon as the doctors and judge figure out that she isn't a danger to herself or others, she can go home to start her senior year. Those college applications aren't going to write themselves. Until then, she's determined to win over the staff and earn some privileges so she doesn't lose her mind to boredom. Then Lucy arrives. Lucy has her own baggage, and she's perfect project to keep Hannah's focus off all she is missing at home. But Lucy may be the one person who can get Hannah to confront the secrets she's avoiding and the dangerous games that landed her in confinement in the first place. So you got a mystery component right there. You got a what sounds like a psychiatric hospital. The the roommate that adds a dynamic to it. Kind of reminds you a little bit, if you remember, Girl Interrupted, the book and the movie. I read the book and watched the movie and enjoyed both. It kind of maybe takes you a little bit back to that one. I haven't read One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but I've heard that that's a really good book. I've never read the book, and I've never seen the movie, actually, believe it or not. So that might be one that I might add at some point to my list of movies that I want to watch and books that I want to read. But A Danger to Herself and Others sounds really good, and I'm really excited about this being on my TBR for April. So there you have it, a really busy month of April that's going to be on tap for me as I look to dig into some serious reading here in the month of April. So if you like this video, please consider hitting the like button for this particular video. And if you like Booktube content and you got suggestions for me, please consider hitting the subscribe button and adding any comments that you have about some of the books that I've read and what maybe you thought of the books if you've already read them, or if you're thinking about reading them, what made you interested in the books that you might be considering reading. So all comments are welcome. Please consider making a comment, hitting the like button, and if you feel so inclined, hit that subscribe button as well, and join me as we continue this BookTube and AuthorTube journey.